Hey, everybody. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to PEP Talk, the podcast where we give you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help us God, where we take all these interesting, fun, and sometimes complex health and wellness conversations that you're hearing about on social media, you're hearing about at work, at school, and maybe even from your doctors. And we take them and we break them down into simple, digestible, understandable segments and give you action steps that you can take to improve your health and the health of the loved ones in your community. I'm your host, Dr. Eric Naputi. I've been a practicing physician now for over 2 decades in the space of functional medicine and functional neuromedicine as well. And I'll tell you, today, I'm excited to go down this journey to continue our conversations about peptides. Look, first of all, we've been using peptides in our clinical practice now for almost 20 years. And the peptide we're going to be discussing today, which is one of my favorite peptides, is a peptide that I believe that every man and woman should be on, especially over the age of 25. It's called BPC 157, Body Protective Composition Peptide, aka the Wolverine peptide. So I want to talk to you a little bit about the good, the bad, the ugly with that, our experience of using it over the past, several decades, and where we're going with this technology. So first of all, many of you hear about peptides now in the news because, we've got all these weight loss drugs that are out there, but peptides have been used in supplements for decades. They've been used in medications for decades. And now we are seeing a new emergence and a new clinical utilization, both in your offices, if you're a physician, and direct to consumer over the counter to people across the globe. And the results we're getting are amazing. But please understand that no one peptide by itself is going to solve your problem. No one peptide, one drug, one pill, one potion, one vitamin, one anything. It's all about understanding how to live your lifestyle based off of your genetic needs and what your body demands. And that's why I have a test, not guess philosophy with everything that we do. So it's all about finding the root cause of the problem, finding out how your brain and autonomic nervous system works, finding out how your gut microbiome is functioning, finding out how your vagus nerve is working, finding out how your genetics are, and living your lifestyle based off of that is the keystone foundation for everything. And then it's when we can start adding supplements and nutraceuticals like peptides to the conversation. So let's get into the talk about BPC 157. So first of all, it's a peptide that's 15 amino acids in chain length. This peptide, by the way, shows a wide array of potential improvements from a clinical health and wellness standpoint. I mean, everything from skin repair to colon repair to gut health to muscles to autoimmune issues to helping with all kinds of repair in the muscles and connective tissues of the body. So one of the most important processes you have to understand is, as we age, our cells in our body start to slow down their vibrational spin. Everything oscillates. Everything in life is vibration. Everything moves at a vibration or a frequency. And if the frequency and vibration goes low, we can get symptoms, sickness, and disease. The aging process is turn down vibrational signals. If we can turn those back up, we're youthful, we have more vitality, we're more vibrant. Those kinds of words go with high vibrational cellular function. Low vibrational cellular function is symptoms, sicknesses, disease, pain, and ultimately death, right? Well, BPC 157 helps with one of the most important processes, really, that's essential in maintaining the integrity of the body, and that's the repair process. Tissues need to be repaired. We're constantly under an assault of stress, physically, chemically, and emotionally every day in our lives. And the longer we live, the more stress we're under. And so we need to utilize technologies and unique delivery systems for certain therapeutics like peptides to improve, the ability to repair from that. So let me read some of my notes I took this morning about this peptide. It truly is one of my favorite peptides to discuss, and my professional and personal opinion, it's also one of the safest peptides to take. I truly cannot tell you a side effect that I've seen with anybody being on this, but that's only 10 years of experience and 100,000 people. I'm sure that it can happen. I mean, some people are allergic to water, But the reality is that most people do amazing with this. So here are my notes on BPC 157. So first of all, body protective composition 157 is the name of the peptide. It's a peptide derived from natural occurring compounds, primarily found in the gastric juices of humans, of mammals. And it's really, really well known for its regenerative properties, and it's gained massive, really awareness of potential therapeutic benefits in really the last, I'd say, 5 years, especially for gut health. And if you understand anything about the human body, if you don't fix the gut, you can't fix anything else. I don't care what problem a person presents into my practice with. We have to have the the nervous system working and the gut working. That's the brain gut loop. If the brain gut loop is not working like it's supposed to, the rest of your body can't work like it's supposed to. And you're just really, you're going in the wrong sequence. Like, for example, if I have a knee problem and I've got a chronic knee issue, and I can't heal that knee issue with exercise, therapies, modalities, joint injections, even stem cells, it's probably because there's something wrong with the gut tissue in the body. When you have leaky gut, you have leaky blood, you have leaky brain, you have leaky joints, you have leaky muscles. All the toxins are leaking into those regions of the body, causing it not to be able to heal like it's supposed to. Now listen to this. So BPC 157 works in several key pathways. So first of all, here's what it does. Number one, it enhances what's called angiogenesis. This promotes the formation of new blood vessels, okay? Improving blood flow, especially to damaged areas. When you have an injury to soft tissue, you get scar tissue. Scar tissue is tissue that can no longer conduct nerve supply and has compromised blood supply. Well, if the blood supply is cut off, all the workers in the body, your white blood cells, red blood cells, macrophages, cytokines, proteins, all the things that go to that region to repair it are cut off. It's like a roadblock. It's like a dam in the river. Well, if you don't have blood flow to that region, you have a problem. And that's why we measure blood flow in our patients, and especially in their extremities, like their fingers, their feet, and et cetera. Because if you don't have the right blood flow, you can't have the right nutrients or compounds going to the area to repair it. BPC 157 has been shown to improve that, which also supports oxygen and nutrient delivery to that damaged tissue. Okay. Number two, this is big, collagen production. Big deal. Okay. It stimulates fibroblast activity. So BPC 157 stimulates a process in the body called fibroblast, which helps the body make more collagen and help repair wounds in the body, especially old scar tissue wounds that just can't heal on their own. It helps restore structural proteins, which can tighten up the skin in the face, which can tighten up the musculature. It can help with skin, tendons, and ligaments in the body. It also has an anti-inflammatory property. Now listen to this. Most people and most doctors will tell you that cellular inflammation, and I would agree on some level, is the root cause of most problems. I would agree. It's the body's inability to deal with the inflammation that really is the problem. And it's probably something you're doing in your lifestyle or have done with your life in the past that caused this inflammatory cascade to be there and not allow it to heal like it's supposed to. So listen, BPC 157 downregulates cytokines, which are inflammatory markers like TNF alpha and interleukin 6. That's a big deal. It reduces pain and inflammation. It reduces localized and systemic inflammation. For example, if I have a patient with a torn bicep tendon, they can either take BPC 157 orally, or we can put it on a patch, or we can inject it right into that region of the body, and it's going to have repair abilities, whether it's systemically or localized to the region. It has cellular protection and mitochondrial function improvement. This is a big deal. Inside your cell is something called the mitochondria. The mitochondria is the engine in your cell. It's what the fuel goes into your cell that produces energy on the outside of it. The energy is metabolism, and not just weight loss metabolism, but your body's ability to do work, including repair itself. Most fatigue, most chronic problems that people have, especially musculoskeletal tissue issues, is the inability of the mitochondria to work. BPC 157 can stimulate improvements of that. So it enhances mitochondria activity on a cellular level, which also then this will help, it interacts with growth factors in the body. So it helps improve the effects of growth factor like vascular endothelial growth factor, and also endothermal epidermal. All right, so skin factor, growth factor, and it helps improve tissue repair. BPC 157 also helps with leaky gut syndrome. It strengthens the tight junctions. When we are under stress, physically, chemically, and emotionally, the tissues in our intestinal tract open up. That allows toxins to leak out of our intestinal tract, and those tight junctions need to be tightened back up. BPC 157 can help with that. It also helps with gastrointestinal ulcers and inflammatory conditions, effectively helping manage irritable bowel disease or irritable bowel syndrome type symptoms. If you have any of those symptoms, in my practices, we put you on BPC 157 right out of the gate, okay? Helps with microbiome modulation, helps improve the microbiota, which is a big deal, which helps then connect the brain gut to work like it's supposed to. It protects against toxins and even some medications. Listen to this. It mitigates damage caused by non-steroidal anti-inflammatories. This is your Tylenol, Advil, ibuprofen, aspirin that people take. Every single one of those is going to cause the junctions in the intestinal tract to open up and cause increased permeability and potential stress on the liver and the kidneys. This can help protect the body from that. It promotes faster recovery from chemical-induced and stress-induced intestinal damage. You know how people get stressed out and their stomach hurts? It's because cortisol levels damage the stomach. It helps repair the brain-gut axis. And then the big things, additional applications for muscle and tendon use. Many of you know I deal a lot with professional athletes, collegiate athletes, high school athletes. These peptides can help with that. If you're an athlete, you have to be careful because a lot of these peptides are not approved by WADA, the World Anti-Doping Association. I do believe that's going to be changing very quickly. There are also certain vitamins, nutrients, and natural compounds like natural testosterone and progesterone that aren't approved and should be and will be soon, because the data is clear that it's not taking these that makes you a better athlete, it's putting in the work. But that's another conversation. It helps with neurological problems. This is a really big one because it protects against neurological oxidation, and it promotes healing of the peripheral nerves. So when I have patients that have things like neuropathy, we put them on BPC 157. Any type of cardiovascular or blood flow issue, because of the improvement of the angiogenesis, the improvement of new blood vessels, it literally makes new blood vessels in the body. So it's very beneficial for cardiovascular health. Has a lot to do with metabolic health as well. Can potentially improve insulin resistance, insulin sensitivity, if you will, and may aid in weight management. There are other peptides that are a little better and specific for that. But if your muscles, ligaments, and tendons are working better and your oxidative stress is down, then you're going to be able to manage your weight better because everything works together. It helps with immune system modulation. I have a lot of patients with immune modulation, autoimmune issues like rheumatoid arthritis that this peptide really helps a lot with. So individuals with gut issues, athletes, folks with chronic inflammation, post-surgical and pre-surgical patients, loading them up on this peptide can help expedite the recovery process. I just had an athlete recently that had a labrum tear and a supraspinatus rotator cuff tear. We put him on BPC 157 6 weeks before the surgery, and he was still doing it afterwards as well. At his 4-week checkup, the orthopedic surgeon said, "Wow, this is amazing. You are 8 weeks ahead of schedule. What are you doing?" And utilizing these technologies, in addition to the right lifestyle, makes a big difference. So BPC 157 is something that I feel is very safe. I feel is very effective. Again, in the almost decade plus that we've been using this, gosh, even probably longer, we've been able to really get some benefits with it. You can take this peptide orally. It bypasses the GI tract pretty simply without any issues. Most peptides that are below 15 to 20 amino acids can get past the gastric juices pretty successfully. Injecting it is also a way to do it, but we now have formulas that we mix these peptides with other gut healing formulas that really massively accelerates the healing of the microbiome and systemic healing of the brain, gut, in the body, which then allows for everything else to heal like it's supposed to. So again, I know this is a lot of information, but peptides are safe, they're effective if done properly, and they're something that you really should look into. This is state-of-the-art new tech. Well, it's old technology that's being repurposed now, and folks are using it globally, getting amazing results. I would highly encourage you to check out BPC 157. Look at some of the formulas and products that we've produced as well. This is something that I believe that every man, woman, and child, really man and woman over the age of 25 should have the opportunity to use, and we do to this day. So here's what I want you to do. Go back, rewatch this, listen to this, share this with your friends and family, take some notes on this, start using some BPC 157, and let us know the responses you're getting. Go to our website, that's peptalk.world, peptalk.world. Go to our social media pages, like, subscribe, and share. And if you're using these peptides, I want to know how you're feeling. I want to know how it's going. I want to know how you're doing with it so that we can help improve the quality of your life and those in your community. Remember, folks, knowledge is power, but wisdom is taking that knowledge and applying it to your life. So folks, until we meet again, I'm Dr. Eric Naputi. God bless you, God bless America, and God bless the world. Stay smart out there, and I'll see you next time. Be well.